Well, what a great day. Thank you everybody for joining us here today. I'm Matt Jeneroux, Member of Parliament for Edmonton Riverbend. You can almost see Edmonton Riverbend from here, just across Highway 19, but it's truly a pleasure to join this event. Thank you to the Edmonton Airport, and I know there's a number of members from the board. I saw Bernie here and others, but thank you to the Edmonton Airport for this tremendous announcement and for a lot of the time and effort put into this initiative. This is huge for our region, and it's particularly huge for the airport. So again, thank you for being here today. And to all the employees who I guess are taking a bit of a coffee break to join us. And Myron said they're stopping the actual work, so we have to do this quickly so they get back to work. But we're about to make a groundbreaking announcement here at the Edmonton Airport International Cargo Hub, a project supported by the Government of Canada through the National Trade Corridors Fund. This investment will help strengthen Canada's supply chains, increase cargo capacity, and support the movement of goods through Edmonton, Alberta, and beyond. It's now my pleasure to welcome my good friend and colleague, the Honourable Steve MacKinnon, Minister of Transport and Leader of the Government in the House of Commons.
Thanks, Matt, and it's great to be here. Good morning, Edmonton. Hey, you need to do better than that. Your worships, thanks for your welcome. Thank you, Myron, for welcoming us. Thank you to the members of the board who are here, and thank you for your service on behalf of your community and on behalf of our country. We've got an exciting day planned here. I spent the morning at the Leduc Chamber of Commerce. I'm going to that other Chamber of Commerce. It's a smaller one, the Edmonton Chamber of Commerce, Your Worship, right after this event. And so sorry if we have to get away quickly. But it's a great day to be at the Edmonton International Airport. And I really want to salute the leadership of the management and the board and all of the staff who work at this facility, and in many ways a model of entrepreneurship and growth for the country. Airports are some of Canada's most important assets. They drive our competitiveness, trade, tourism, and our connections, our business connections, our travel connections, and our connections to allies and others around the world. Modern and efficient operations are essential to keeping our air sector strong for the long term, and that's why this airport matters so much. It's a gateway to the world and an engine of economic growth for our country. C'est pourquoi l'aéroport international d'Edmonton est si important. Il constitue une porte d'entrée vers le monde et un moteur de croissance économique pour notre pays. Nous sommes ici aujourd'hui pour poursuivre cette croissance vers l'avenir. Nous soulignons une étape importante, la cérémonie de lancement des travaux d'un projet d'infrastructure aéroportuaire qui s'inscrit dans le cadre du projet à plus long terme du pôle international de fret. We are here today to continue that growth into the future. We're marking an important milestone, the groundbreaking for an airfield infrastructure project, part of the longer-term International Cargo Hub project. The Government of Canada is investing up to $80 million to strengthen Edmonton Airport as a hub for mobility and growth. This investment reflects our commitment to overcome supply chain bottlenecks that can disrupt the efficient flow of goods right across Canada and around the world. It shows our shared commitment to stronger trade, better supply chains, and a more resilient, competitive Canadian economy. We're building for growth in both domestic and international trade, and that means continuing to expand capacity at key strategic supply chain hubs. Nous construisons pour soutenir la croissance du commerce intérieur et international, ce qui signifie poursuivre l'expansion des capacités dans les principaux carrefours stratégiques des chaînes d'approvisionnement. Expanding airfield infrastructure and increasing capacity will move more goods through this region faster and more efficiently. That results in lower prices and lower costs for our citizens. We know how the cost of living is an issue. Better supply chains, better hubs like this one, keep those costs down. We want more domestic, more international shippers to choose Edmonton International Airport and airports like this right across the country as key gateways to world markets. This isn't just about strengthening supply chains. It's about creating jobs, real jobs here in Alberta. The project will generate approximately 800 construction jobs and add about 250 ongoing positions at the airport. Those are families, those are careers, those are people choosing to contribute to our country in that way. And I know the Edmonton Regional Airports Authority have a bold vision for this airport, and the International Cargo Hub is a key part of it. This airfield infrastructure project is a major step for that vision. Together, we're continuing to break into new markets while reducing reliance on traditional partners. We're bold leaders in creating practical solutions that push us forward. As the Minister of Finance mentioned in the Spring Economic Update, Canada has shown that we are a top destination for foreign direct investment. Over the past year, we attracted $97 billion in investment, the highest level in almost 2 decades, and secured around 20 new economic and defense partnerships across 5 continents. We should not see improvements to Edmonton International Airport as just a local infrastructure project. It's far more than that. Our government is looking to make regulatory processes for big projects easier and faster so that we can deliver results sooner for Canadians. We're working to keep our economy competitive in a rapidly changing global market. Nous travaillons à maintenir la compétitivité de notre économie dans un marché mondial en constante évolution. Strengthening Canada's air shipping capacity means faster, more reliable access to global markets, positioning Canada as a competitive player on the world stage. So today's groundbreaking, folks, is a reminder of what we're capable of doing with a little bit of elbow grease, a little bit of ingenuity, and how we're evolving to meet the needs of our growing economy. Now, I'm real eager to see how Edmonton and Canada as a whole will grow and benefit from this new airfield infrastructure. This investment will strengthen the airport's role as a key driver for opportunity for this community, for the surrounding communities, Alberta, and for Canada. So let's keep thinking big, building even bigger, and creating new opportunities for communities right across our blessed land. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you, Minister. And that, to put that in perspective, this has been a very, very long time coming, and I know Myron has been working extremely hard on that. We'll hear a bit more from him soon. Now we're supposed to hear from Minister Olszewski. Unfortunately, due to the wildfires in Lightcourt, the Minister of Emergency Preparedness had emergencies to prepare for. So we are going to move on to now his... are we doing you next? You next? Let's do you next. Sorry, Minister Schow. I'm not sure if it's Andrew or Joe, but why don't you Minister Schow and bring words from the province.
They say I'm not supposed to touch the microphones, but there we go. Well, good morning, and thank you for that introduction, Matt, and for Minister MacKinnon for being here today. This is a tremendous announcement and means so much for this community, for the province, and of course for the country, which is the International Cargo Hub. And I appreciate the team at the International Airport here in Edmonton for inviting the province to join and take part in this event and in the country as well. And of course, all others with us today, thank you for taking the time and the work you have done to make this project a real possibility. This is an exciting time. Now, I have always said that Alberta punches well above its weight, and we are looking, and whether you're looking for job creation, whether it's GDP or investment attraction, Alberta often leads the country despite making up just 12 to 13% of Canada's population. And when it comes to international exports, this is also true, as Alberta accounts for roughly a quarter of the nation's exports. None of this would be possible without a strong logistics sector, which is what we are recognizing here today. Because the fact is, it does not matter how much you produce or how much you manufacture if you cannot get these products to market. Now, the creation of this international cargo hub is a major milestone for Edmonton as a region and for our province's economic future. It strengthens Alberta's role as a logistics and transportation hub and improves access to international markets. Helping businesses grow and reach markets beyond Alberta is a priority for the province for the country, and this project will help make that possible. That's what we see today. It's not at the end, it's just the beginning. This project will help unlock even greater opportunities for Edmonton as a region and for Alberta, and it creates long-term confidence in Alberta's potential for growth. Now, as Alberta's Minister of Jobs, Economy, Trade, and Immigration, I take a message all around the world, and the message is simple, that Alberta is open for business. We have real advantages for investment, like low taxes, access to land, airspace, reliable energy, and a strong, dependable workforce that is ready to take on the jobs of today and tomorrow. And the International Cargo Hub further strengthens Alberta's position as the best place to do business, as it supports the movement of goods along key global trade routes. It will support small and medium-sized businesses with easier access to international markets, and it will complement our growing role in defense-related supply chains where reliable transportation networks, secure infrastructure, and export capacity matter more now than ever. It is projects like this that show Alberta is the best place to work, to invest, and to do business. So on behalf of the Government of Alberta, we are pleased to see this project making progress, creating jobs, and supporting economic growth of the region, and I'm grateful to Minister MacKinnon for being here today in this announcement and their commitment and their belief in the province of Alberta and all of those who made this a possibility. There are so many people you cannot see on the camera and those behind me, but I'll simply say this: you know who you are, you know what you've done to get us here, and I am grateful. The province is grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. Now turn to His Worship for the City of Edmonton, Mayor Knack.
Well, good morning, everyone. Ministers, mayors. We got so many mayors here too, by the way. Like, we have the entire region, I think, here as well, and they don't get to be on camera, but I'm excited to be here with so many people from, well, really across this region and now across the province and across the country. It's great to be here at Edmonton International Airport for making this project a reality. So when Prime Minister Carney talks about building a stronger Canada, this is the type of collaboration that's going to get it done. So I want to thank everyone here for helping to make this and get it done. This project serves as a signal to the world that Edmonton is not just a regional player. We are positioning to be a global heavyweight in logistics and further bolstering our reputation as the gateway to the north. This is about more than moving goods. It's about making things. We're creating space for logistics, fulfillment, and light manufacturing right on the runway. This eliminates delays and empowers small and medium-sized enterprises to participate directly in global markets. Our hydrogen innovators, our agri-food pioneers, our advanced manufacturers, they all gain a competitive edge here. We don't just export raw materials, we export made in Edmonton and made in the Edmonton region solutions. This cargo hub will allow us to position high-value, critical goods right at the edge of the vast Canadian North. Direct access to uncongested regional highways means we don't sit in gridlock, we move. We take goods from the air side, put them on wheels, and deliver them to the remote and northern communities that depend on our region for global market access. And as Arctic sovereignty grows increasingly important, projects like this help bolster rapid access to our north and support our nation's defensive capabilities. Earlier this year, we founded the Edmonton Region Defense Alliance with a number of partners, including the University of Alberta, NAIT, Alberta's Industrial Heartland, Edmonton Global, and the Edmonton International Airport. And the goal of ERDA is to position the Edmonton region as Canada's western hub for defense and security. It does this by aligning our efforts around logistics, advanced research, manufacturing, and transportation. While today's announcement is related to the commercial operations, the DNA of this cargo hub is deeply embedded in our security and our sovereignty. The same competitive advantages that make it possible also position the Edmonton region as a center for coordinated defense and security. The infrastructure that can ship critical medical supplies to the remote north or temperature-sensitive food to Asia-Pacific markets is the same infrastructure that can serve NORAD modernization and support northern resilience. My hope is that this project signals that the Edmonton region is capable of great things in our service to the whole country. So I'd like to once again thank all of our partners for contributing to this project. Today's announcement proves what we can do and what we can achieve when governments, when industry, and our region align around a shared vision. This is where Edmonton meets the world and where Canada invests in security and prosperity. Thank you.
Doing pretty good for timing. Well done, guys. So only two more speakers, all those behind us. We now to welcome from Leduc County, Her Worship, Mayor Tanni Doblanko.
Thank you, everyone, and welcome to the EIA right here in the heart of Leduc County. We're so proud to have the airport in our county. So on behalf of Leduc County, I'm honored to be here today to thank the Government of Canada for this substantial investment in the International Cargo Hub here at YEG. And you've already heard our fellow speakers talk about how important this development hub is to our province, to our country, and to how we interact globally. And in Leduc County, we too are very, very excited about it and how it's going to drive our economy forward. Leduc County has experienced a significant amount of growth in warehousing, trucking, logistics industries in the last 4 or 5 years. And what we know is that it is directly linked to the work that Myron and his team have done here at the airport. In fact, our assessment base at Leduc County has increased almost 29% in the last 4 years, much of it due to the relationships that we have with the airport and the industries coming out of that. And that is clear evidence that a strong airport creates great conditions for economic growth. We're looking forward to the jobs that will be created during construction of the cargo hub, and we see them here, as well as the long-term economic benefits for the region and our residents. Thank you again for your investment and the partnership with the province to move this forward. We're so excited. Thank you.
And the guy who's put in so much effort into this. It's a real pleasure to welcome a good friend to Edmonton and to many of us here, the President and CEO of Edmonton International Airport, Myron Keehn.
I only have 24 pages to read. I'm joking. But thank you for being here today. I just wanted to start by saying thank you to our board. And our board, when they came up with what their purpose was, and of course, they make sure they pick the CEO and set the strategy, is to enable bold leadership. And that's had a huge impact on not only what we're doing, but how it impacts our community we serve. And that's really what we're here for. After safety and security, our job is to create jobs in a sustainable way and help businesses grow and prosper, not just in this region, but in the regions we serve. And that includes right up to the Arctic Circle. And so it's really important, given what's going on in sovereignty right now, to really focus that way. Now, here at YEG, we're blessed with the largest landmass of any major airport in Canada. So there's a lot of dirt behind us. And that dirt is going to fill up with buildings. And why is that important? It's not about what's going through the buildings, it's the jobs that it actually creates. It's the families that support, as the minister mentioned earlier, that supports, it's the schools that get built because of it, it's the hospitals that get built, it's all the things that come around it that drive and create the economy we want to be part of. So we're blessed with sitting on over 7,000 acres of land, and we're really here to use that land to drive economic growth in many different reasons. We're blessed that we're also north. And we are a northern community, although people of the true north say we're not north. But it is amazing that where we're located is the circumpolar red is perfectly, we're in the middle of the X. Planes leaving Asia, going to the east coast of the United States, fly right over top of Edmonton. Planes leaving the Middle East and Europe, flying to the west coast of the United States, fly right over top of Edmonton. We're right in the middle of that. Sweet spot to be there. In the middle of all that blessed area, we also have a massive energy park. We have a massive logistics park. We have food energy. So really are blessed with what we have geographically and from a resource perspective. So we're the most major northern airport in Canada, and we're practically a great practical location for logistics into the north. So International Cargo Hub behind us will unlock 2,000 acres of land.
and that's a large piece of development. The first phase is 160 million, 80 million from the federal government, 80 million from the airport itself. But at build out, it's between $4 and $5 billion of private investment. Now, why is that important? We focused, and our board's focused on us, and our management team is focused on how do we attract private investment, because that creates jobs. We've attracted billions of dollars of private investment so far, and we're keen to do more. And you'll see more announced in the coming days and weeks ahead. Maybe not days, weeks ahead. Give my time a little bit of time to pause. Weeks ahead, not days. But really appreciate the work from the federal government, and Minister MacKinnon, yourself and your team, creating the conditions to get things built, to grow things, and the province as well. This wouldn't have been possible without the province, the City of Leduc, and ourselves coming together, but really the province of the Leduc building that piece of infrastructure you see behind you called 60th Avenue. That opens up not only land on the airport, but the land to the south of us and the land to the east of us as well. So it really is about making Edmonton a great place to partner, invest, drive energy innovation, logistics innovation, advanced manufacturing, and innovations in passenger throughput. So Alberta businesses are connected, not only nationally, but to global markets. And our role in being so close to the logistics parks is to connect that, not just between here, but here, the United States, Mexico, and then of course back over the ponds in both directions. This is also an on-site customs zone. It's part of Port Alberta Free Trade Zone, an inland port connected directly to Prince Rupert and Vancouver and onward by air and truck. So we often say Prince Rupert Port is Edmonton's port. Sorry the folks at Prince Rupert, it's still yours, but we're the first major city when it comes to when the goods leave. So over the past year, we see global supply chains challenge. We've seen how important this is from a sovereignty perspective, and really appreciate the work Government of Canada is doing, the province of Alberta is doing, and all of our regional mayors are doing to cement logistics in this region and ensure that we can move goods not in and through here, but out of us, out of this region, as we continue to grow and develop. So this investment is a vote of confidence in the airport, in the Edmonton region. I want to thank Minister MacKinnon, Minister Olszewski couldn't be here, of course, of what's happening, MP Jeneroux for the support from the federal government, Minister Schow for the government of Alberta, and Mayor Knack and Doblanko support as well, Mayor from our great friend from Lars Hansen from the City of Leduc as well. And I want to just thank all the team members. None of this happens alone. There are thousands of hours put in, tens of thousands of hours put in by people that were mentioned really well. You never see, they all know who you are. And I want to thank our contractor partners as well, because PCL, for the minute we said go, they're like, we're going to go faster than you want to go. And so we appreciate that, getting things built quickly and on time and under budget. Hopefully. Thanks all for being here.
Just a strategic blade pylon right there. Great. Well, now we're proceeding. That the event's concluded. We'll now proceed to our friends in the media to open. Maybe don't touch it. But we'll proceed to questions, and then Assad turning things. So over to you, Caitlin.
Hey, thank you. All right, guys. If you have any questions, you could just state your name, your outlet, and let's go. Just don't touch them.
For the federal minister, Dave Mitchell, CTV, can you just tell us exactly what, from your standpoint, what will be built here? What are we going to see here in how many time? How many months or years? Or?
I'm actually going to get Myron to.
There you go. Whoever can
answer
tell us directly.
I could give you a half answer, but he's got the plans in his head.
You're going to see new instrument lighting put on this runway, and down the middle of the runway behind me, like it's called guaranteed landing. Basically, a plane can land no matter what, 24/7. Fog, not being able to see safely, of course, would be the newest standards. You're going to see new taxiway infrastructure put in place, new fueling infrastructure. When planes come in, they need to fuel rapidly and be able to taxi and move on their way. Fueling infrastructure, and then you're going to see buildings going in. So to that direction, to my right or your left, you'll see buildings going in for logistics and warehousing. They'll start to break ground as well. So this is a multiple-year project. The first phase of this is about 26, 27, beginning of 2028, and you'll start seeing buildings popping up. So a lot of horizontal infrastructure first, then vertical infrastructure, creating jobs, which is really going to be about moving logistics and cargo goods from the Edmonton community and from Canada internationally.
The runway right now, is that part of it? That's just the regular scheduled runway maintenance? Or?
So we're doing regular scheduled runway maintenance as well, but we're putting down the middle of it is a new instrument lighting system. There's new lighting that goes off site by Nav Canada, some new controls, and new inset lighting all the way down the runway.
Zach Defoe, City News Edmonton's question for you, but also open to everybody else. We talked about the 250 some estimated jobs that this is going to directly add. Okay. Good. This one won't blow up on me. What are some of those jobs that you're anticipating?
Well, it's all kinds of jobs. It's jobs involved in shuttling materials from planes to Warehouses, it's jobs involved in the logistics of warehousing. It's some very high-tech jobs in terms of moving materials. This is just the jobs created by this facility. I think it's important to point out to folks that when you build cargo hubs, and you're not far from a rail line here, when you have the infrastructure that supports that can move goods quickly, sort them quickly, do all of the logistical work quickly, and you become a kind of center of excellence, thousands of jobs get created. Thousands of distributors, of manufacturers, of industrial type operations tend to set up around these kinds of facilities. People who will rely on this very facility to export, say, food products to the north, to Asia, and other places will tend to set up here. So these things tend to be the catalysts for hundreds and thousands of other jobs, and that's very central to the work we're doing in our transportation system right across the country right now. Yeah, please.
Minister MacKinnon is 100% correct about the jobs, but what this is also about is stability in the region. As we talk with investors around the country and around the world, they want to find a place that has access to water, to rail, to roads, and once you build this kind of infrastructure, it's not going anywhere. So it's really about stability for the area, and those are jobs that are good mortgage-paying, grocery-buying jobs that we're very excited about. And so we're grateful for this investment and this belief in Alberta. You know, as I mentioned in my remarks earlier, Alberta always punches above its weight, and we're grateful for the attention and the investment from the Government of Canada on this.
Thank you, both of you. Mayor Knack and, I'm sorry, I forgot your name. Doblanko. A question for both of you. Mayor Knack, you were talking about how this cargo hub increases northern sovereignty for urban centers. After what they just said, I guess my question is, how does, sorry, I'm trying to word it correctly. How do cargo hubs like this, with their creating an injection of economic activity, how does that contribute to sovereignty of our communities, outlying communities?
Well, I think we've been talking very recently about being the defense city here and leading that work across the country. And so I think when we talk about the permanency of the infrastructure that Minister Schow was talking about, that opens up additional opportunities. You know, we have been engaging the federal government about how we can support their efforts, not just here in Edmonton, but across this province. I think you look at the work that's happening, or the opportunities within Cold Lake and Wainwright and Suffield and Edmonton. We are a defense hub in this province, and we are often considered the spot that's easiest to get to. I mentioned this in the speaking remarks around that connection to the north. So along with the commercial aspect, that's why I bring up this defense connection, because we see it as a future potential for us, a lot of connectivity, and supporting the federal government's efforts to create more sustainable and, I think, independent connections to all parts of the country, and then those connections to the rest of the world.
If I may, just to add to Mayor Knack's comments, when we look at the type of economic development this is going to be driving, it's going to be affecting the Atchison area, it's going to be affecting the industrial heartland, it's going to be affecting Devon. And every single time a new business shows up in one of those communities, it creates more of a sustainable community, which creates more autonomy as well. So I think it is a regional driver for security, for stability, and for viability. Thank you.
Any other questions? No, we're good. Wonderful. Okay. Well, I believe that concludes the formal portion of the event. Thank you.